Hey, what's up, my YouTube fam? I'm back. This is Larry with the Best Credit Repair channel. Today, we're going to talk about how do you find a good credit repair company. We're going to go through the process. I'm going to break down a lot of things that I feel like based on people that I've talked to, experiences that I've had, and we're going to talk about all of that in this video today. But first, I want to say thank you to my new subscribers that are coming to the channel. I appreciate you. Please like and subscribe and share the channel. You know, my job here is to really give you the information, set the foundation, set the base for you to make good decisions. Definitely when it comes to your credit, building your credit, things like that. So I am here for you. Uh, if you are interested in my master dispute package, it's a lot of information. I promise you, I get people all the time that didn't expect that much information in there. It's tons of information to help you through and get you educated on all the different strategies to repairing your credit. Again, I give free credit analysis that will go through your credit. I promise you, people learn so much through my credit analysis that they didn't know, that they didn't understand, that they didn't break that down. They don't know, what do I attack first? What's damaging my credit report? What do I need to do to get my credit score where it needs to be? When I give that credit analysis, I cover all of that. I break everything down to you step by step. I go over it with you and make sure you can understand what are your challenges, what you need to do, what you can get off, what may be very difficult to get off or not get off based on how it's reported on your credit report, unless you got proof to say that this is wrong, inaccurate, incomplete, or whatever that falls under the Fair Credit Reporting Act to say this account cannot be reported. So thank you. Let's get into it. I know you're like, what should I do with these credit repair companies? First thing I want to tell you is a lot of people I talk to have paid 1,500, 1,000, 1,800 for credit repair. I'm gonna tell you, based on me, I think that's too much money. Now I get it. Some people have businesses and they feel they're providing that type of service, but credit repair, honestly, man, it's a difficult field because you're dealing with companies, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax that have been sued multiple times because they can't get it right. Right. So as a credit repair company, we have to be honest with and have integrity. It's one big thing for me. So for you as a consumer, you want to find a company that has integrity, right? And then the amount of money that you're spending, are you going to get that back in value? And you have to be, I'm going to get this back in value, this amount of money, right? It doesn't make a difference if you have it. And most times when I see people that are trying to get credit repair or do credit repair, there is it's a lot of financial responsibility to come along with that. So there's things that they may have to settle, things that they may have to pay on to get with the original creditor or with a collection agency to try to get it off because they can't get it off by disputing. So there's a financial responsibility to come with that. So when you're dealing with credit repair companies that are charging this large amounts of money, I mean, in my opinion, it's just a lot for something that we can't really, as credit repair specialists, guarantee. You know, we can put the stuff in place for you to build a case or if you want to take them to court, but we can't guarantee because some of the responsibility falls on you as a consumer on how far you want to take it with these creditors or collection agencies that are damaging your credit report. And that's the reality of it, right? So, to me, be skeptical when somebody's saying, "Well, I'm gonna charge you $1,000 or $1,200." Be skeptical on those type of amounts. That's a lot of money for people to be charging you, and then you got to see, am I gonna get that value back? What's your track record? What's your cancel policy? What if I pay $1,000 and after a couple months I'm not satisfied with the service? How much money am I going to get back if I'm not satisfied with the service that you provide? Those are a lot of questions that you need to you need to know. The next thing I want to tell you is is the credit repair person or company really knowledgeable about credit repair. There are so many different things that are linked to credit repair. It's not just the Fair Credit Reporting Act. It's not just the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act. It's not just Metro 2. It's not just the Model Medical Protection Act. It's not just HIPAA. It's so many things that can link to your credit to get stuff removed off your credit report. So make sure they're knowledgeable on things. Simple things. People do you know that people have sued collection agencies because in a glass, they call it the glass lien, that little glass thing that shows address, it showed that that was a debt collection letter. And they can't do that. They can't. That's why when you get debt collection letters, they're blank. There are so many things. You could sue somebody for not entering in on the letter. This is an attempt to collect the debt. Any information obtained can be used for such, right? Not being in a letter. So there's so many different things that can happen to help you get. But you have to find a company that is knowledgeable in all those aspects. Ask the question, how effective are you at getting charge-offs for, and what is your strategy to getting the charge-off off? If they say, well, we're going to dispute the inaccuracy. Okay, what happens if that dispute doesn't go through? Is there another strategy to try to get this off? Is that the only strategy that you have to get this off? You have to ask those hard questions. If there's a collection account, okay, how are you going to get this collection account off my account if I hire you? What is your strategy? Okay, well, my strategy is reporting inaccurate. I see there's some of them and I'm going to dispute it. Okay, so what happens if the dispute doesn't come back? Are there any other strategies that we can use to get this off my credit report? Do they have additional strategies? There is more than one way to get something off your credit report, but a good credit repair company will do that. They would know that there's multiple ways. People that don't won't know that. They will be stunned by those questions, and those are questions you need to be asking. Ask the hard questions, So if you ask those hard questions, you'll start learning, is this company knowledgeable or are they just trying to get paid? Right? Ask them simple questions like, okay, does a charge off, if I pay this charge off, will my account go up? Will my score go up or will it not? If they tell you your score won't go up, they don't know what they're talking about. And I've said this in multiple videos. How I could tell you it's going to go up because I understand FICO is because a paid charge off has a zero balance, a zero past due, and they no longer report on it. A open charge off has a balance, which is a negative balance because it is a closed account, a past due balance, which means that account is delinquent, and they're reporting on it every single month. So there is a huge difference between a closed charge off and an open charge off. So yes, your score will go up because the factors of what you just did. Like one, your debt to income ratio was lowered because that charge off was a negative debt. So because it was a negative debt, it's going to cause your debt to income ratio to go up. But because you eliminated that debt, your debt to income ratio comes down, which affects your credit score. Those are the things real good credit repair companies understand. No, they understand FICO. They understand on FICO 8, a collection account that's less than $100 does not affect your credit score. It's plain and simple in FICO 8, and they'll tell you that if you understand. There are factors in all of that. A medical debt is less, a medical collection account is less impactful on your credit report, your score, than a credit card collection. There's all those different factors that come in. You need to understand those factors to know what do I attack first when I'm working with somebody's credit. You have to make sure that the people that you're hiring understand how FICO works, right? Understand how FICO works, how negative information is scored on your credit report. That's the main thing. You need to ask that question. Do you understand how negative information affects my credit score? right? And based on what's on my credit score, what is the most damaging thing that we need to attack first, right? How much do you dispute the first time? Do you dispute one thing at a time? What do you dispute? If they tell you they dispute 5 different inaccuracies at one time, I would be like, that may be confusing to the credit bureaus, all the different ones. I don't believe you. I believe don't confuse them, simplify it. I'm from the military. They tell you dumb it down to the dumbest person. That's why instructions are almost on everything in the military, right? So so what you have to think about is, okay, how do I attack the information? How do I attack what's the most powerful and most damaging thing to what's the lowest and put that in a plan? How are you going to work that? How are you going to dispute that item off of my credit report? If they're going to dispute 5 or 6 things that they're saying are inaccurate, you probably gonna get it's verified because it's confusing to the credit bureaus, and the credit bureau is probably gonna think you're asking for to you do disputing the balance when that's probably not what you're disputing, right? So you got to make sure that people are disputing information correctly, right? Also, are you getting copies of the letters that they are disputing with? I know a lot of people have softwares where you assign into a portal, and then that portal will tell you what the dispute. Look at those dispute letters. Look at your credit report. Look and see how it's lining up with what your credit report said and what that they're disputing. You have to understand you're going through your credit is extremely important. If you just throw it off on somebody else, you're really saying I want to fix it, but I can, I'm just gonna leave it in your hands and let you do it. You have to be involved in your credit repair. It is the foundation of your financial wealth, your financial security, all of that. Plus, it educates you so you know how to deal with certain situations and not be scammed by people that because you're not knowledgeable use that against you and get you buying or paying or signing up for something that is not going to bring you value. So you have to make sure you need to be involved in your credit repair. In my program, I involve my people and I tell my people, you need to be involved in this credit repair. This is us on a journey together. This is not you or this is not me. It's different. So the way I do it, and I really call what I'm doing, we're doing a mentorship because I want to educate you. I just don't want to do everything for you, which I do. So I'm a little different. I do the letters. I send the letters out to my clients. My clients handle it from there, right? Because I love transparency. I think transparency is so important when you're dealing with such a sensitive thing when it comes to credit repair and how impactful it is to people's finance. So you got to definitely make sure that you're on the journey with the credit repair company and they're going to allow you, making sure that you can get in contact with somebody. You're not hiring people. You call them, they don't answer the phone. You get voicemails, you email them, they don't email you back. All of that type of stuff. You need to know that they're on the same journey with you and they are taking you seriously about your credit repair, making sure that they stay in contact with you and make sure that they're getting information back and forth. You're getting information to them, they're getting information back to you. Because I wrote a bunch of notes down. The other thing is, depending on your situation, if your credit just is, so a lot of things, this is what I want to say. A lot of people don't understand, like, if you're dealing with to me, a credit repair company is repairing your credit, not just removing negative items, right? There is a two process in repairing your credit, building and removing the negative. You have to find a credit repair company that is going to help you on both sides. Because some people need help both sides. They think it's just the negative. But when I look at that credit report, I'm like, you don't hardly have anything positive on here. So even though we're removing the negative, your score is not going to make these major jumps because you don't have anything positive on the account, right? You got one revolving account, and that revolving account is utilization is 35%. Like, you have to build your credit report, and you want to know the people that you're dealing with are going to help you out there, give you the advice on what credit cards to get, what credit cards not to get, How do you build a solid credit report, right? And explain to them it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, but you need to start now, right? Don't wait a year later, 2 years later. You could be a lot further along. So you want to work with a company that understands how to build as well as remove negative items. uh Everybody got different payment options. You got pay for delete. You got people that pay monthly. You got people that have some upfront fees, and then all that. So to me, I just tell people, be careful with what you're doing and know the value that you're paying. Like, I wouldn't be paying nobody $1,000 up front for a credit repair, right? I wouldn't even be paying nobody $500 up front for credit repair. But if they're bringing you value, maybe they're charging you $300, but they're letting you know everything that's gonna happen, and it's a time base. So for me, I charge for a period. I charge for a 6 month period. I don't charge monthly. I don't like monthly payments because it takes 30 days to get a response from the credit bureau. So if I charge them this month, I got two payments with maybe one dispute investigation coming back and really behind. I don't do that. I'm not saying that the companies that do that are bad. That's not what I'm saying. I just feel like for me, I understand that they're in credit repair and I'm not creating another bill for them monthly. Like, I don't want to grab another bill. They're trying to get out of their credit situation, and I don't want to add another bill if they got to figure out every month. I don't do that. I want them to feel like I am creating a plan for you. This is what it is. This is how long I'm going to be taking care of you. We're on a journey together. We're going to communicate. And then all my clients I have, they love the way I do it, the transparency, everything about it. So, but everybody has different ways. But again, what brings the value to you? But these large amounts, people are charging you. No. Ask the credit. Do they give free credit analysis before any credit repair company takes anything from you? They should give you a free credit analysis, right? Some people may not need credit repair. They may need some guidance on some things to do to improve their credit, but they don't need credit repair. You need to understand that before you sign up for any credit repair company. Do you give a free credit analysis to all three of my credit reports? If they don't do that, I would be, what value are you bringing to me, and why should I join you? And you can't even give me a free credit analysis to let me know what is going on with my credit, strategies that could be moved forward to help me, and the things that I need to do as a consumer to assist you in helping me improve my credit. So if they don't even give you a free credit analysis, for me, I'd probably be like, if you can't do that for me, why would I want to pay you? I need some value back. Like, that's, for me, I think that's important. It shows that this company, to me, has integrity about what they do. They believe in what they do, and they relaying that by, look, I believe so much in what I'm doing. I'm gonna give you a free credit. I'm gonna tell you everything that I can do, everything I can do, and you're gonna make a decision if you feel like I'm a good fit for you. Right. Uh, the other thing is, I put on, when giving these credit analysis, they need to understand all the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act, HIPAA. They need to understand all that and how it affects your credit score. Uh, uh, the other thing I want to tell you about when you're dealing with trying to find a good uh, credit report, credit repair company, and I talked to this a little bit, but I need to go back to it, is the communication aspect. Do they have an open line of communication? If you pick up the phone, you call them. I'm not saying they got to answer the phone, but do they get back to you in a timely manner? Or do they don't get back to you? Because the first time they don't get back to you, that's one strike. If you do it next time they ain't get back, you may want to think about, I don't want to deal with them. I'm not going to be chasing people down that I'm paying that is not going to answer my calls, emails, and all that other type of stuff. Uh, the other thing is a credit repair company that is bringing you the reality. Like, quit telling people that you can get this off. You need to let them know, based on how I'm looking at your credit report, and I'm telling you, I give people credit analysis all the time, and they'll tell you, I say, based on what I see, this account is reported inaccurate. Unless you can bring me something that says this account is not inaccurate. I know some clients know that that account is accurate. Everything is reporting on it is accurate. The 2-year payment history is filled out from the point it was open to the point it was closed. The date it was open, the month it was open was correct. The date it was closed, the balance was, what the payment was. There's some accounts that are reported accurate, right? But we need to make sure, but it may have been a charge-off account. So when I say reporting accurate, I mean it's a charge-off account that's reporting accurate, right? But as a credit repair company, got to be honest and say, this, what I see and how it's reported, it is reported accurately. Can you bring me something that would tell me something different that I could dispute or not? Now, we could all just dispute it. I just dispute it, see if it come off. Okay, but you understand that this count is reporting accurate and the chances of it coming off is slim and none. Yes, I understand. Okay, you go ahead and try to find a dispute reason, or just say I'm disputing the full account information that's reporting. That's all you can really do. Because you can't, if you give the balance is inaccurate, verified, this verified. So really all you do is really just say I'm disputing the integrity of this account, right? And hopefully that they investigate all aspects of that account, right? So it's keeping it real with your clients when it come to giving out, talking to them about certain items that are on their credit report. You're gonna have a lot of people that give you hacks or give you certain kind of gimmicks. Remember, a gimmick could work one time and then on one person, and the next 9 people it don't work because maybe the credit bureau just hit delete and deleted it. But doesn't always mean that strategy worked. You got to find concrete strategies that work and people that have concrete strategies, right? So definitely you need to be making sure you understand that. The other thing is you as consumers, you have to be honest with yourself about the situation you got in and how you want to get out of that situation. That's also going to help you find the right people that are right for you. If you're going to be BSing, then I'm going to keep it real with you. You're probably going to find a BS company and y'all going to be BSing together, right? So you got to keep it real, right? You got to be truthful about what's going on with your stuff so the credit repair company can know what's going on, and that credit repair company to be truthful about what they got going on. Again, if you want to BS the credit repair company, then you probably going to find a credit repair company that's going to be BSing you, and y'all going to be BSing together, right? So I'm just telling you, there's a lot to go in. You can find great credit repair companies. Right, because some people just don't have the time. They got kids, they got a job, they work a lot of hours. And some people, they get frustrated because they don't understand the process enough and they want a professional to help them. And that's the problem. The last thing I'm going to say is this. I get it. You got some of these people that got these Instagram accounts and TikTok accounts. Some of them bring good information in a short period of time. Some of them talk about stuff that you cannot get enough information in 90 seconds. You cannot get enough in the You cannot have a 90-second and talk about a charge off and then talk about all the different strategies to removing the charge off in 90 seconds. And if you listening to that and you falling for that for 90 seconds, man, and I guarantee you're going to make that mistake, and that same strategy is not going to work because they can't give you enough. There's a lot of questions to be asked about credit repair, and 90 seconds is not enough. But to each their own. I have a TikTok account. I don't do that much on there, but when I do something on there, I'm saying, listen, if you want to know more about this information, follow me on my YouTube channel for detailed information, right? Because I know from doing this for as long as I've been doing this, I know that it's so much deeper than 90 seconds, but they're trying to, ain't knocking. Everybody want to make a living. Everybody want to make more money. Everybody want to do it. That's what they want to do. That's cool. You know what I mean? I ain't knocking none of them. But this is a video about letting you open up your mind and like think about, okay, before I make these decisions about something that's so important like my credit report. If your credit report is like your heartbeat, you don't take care of it, eventually it's going to fail you, right? And people credit has failed them where they can't get a car that they want, or they're steady getting in borrowing money with high interest rates is keeping them in the dirt, sucking up all their payroll money. They can't invest any money. They can't save any money. And then they go out and buy cars with high interest, with rebuilt titles that don't last. And then them same people are trying to repo your car, or they trying to go after you. And then you, because you can't afford it, because you got all this other high interest stuff and bad decisions, and then you stop paying them, they throw a charge off, you got to pay them, and that circle would never end. That circle would never end. That's why it's so important that you take a serious stand about your credit. 2023, that's the motto this year. 2023, we're going to take a stand on our credit and get it right. So that's one of the things I definitely want to talk about credit. Some people want to reestablish their credit. Some people are just trying to build their credit. But a good credit repair company is going to understand what that consumer needs and talk to you about it, and they're going to follow through with the plan. If you're trying, some people want it, I'm just really trying to get my bankruptcy off and all that. Listen, there's a lot of steps to that, right? It's not impossible, but it is difficult. But you need people to be honest with you when they're telling you this type of stuff, right? So just know that you need integrity. Number one, you need somebody that's going to bring you some integrity, right? Number two, you need somebody that's going to be transparent with you. Three, you're going to need somebody that's going to charge you where you're going to give value in the service that they bringing you, right? Four, that they understand the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Metro 2, the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act, HIPAA. They understand other areas like the Model Medical Protection Act, language in a debt collection letter for violations, right? You got to find people that understand multiple things about. Find that stuff, you'll find a good credit repair company that will give you value and get you set in the right direction and get your score where it needs to be. But hey, I appreciate you. That's my take on finding a good credit repair company. If you have any questions, you could leave a comment, shoot me an email, all of that. If you want to purchase my master dispute package, definitely shoot me an email. If you want a free credit analysis, shoot me an email. Like what I tell everybody though, if you want me to do a free credit analysis, you got to get it from annualcreditreport.com, because that is the official credit report of the big three. It is a complete credit report of 7 years of payment history. I try to tell people, I get people all the time on these charge-offs, like, because they are not reporting for 7 years. It's be years of no reporting. Get them. And they've settled these accounts. Some people haven't got a 1099-C, and it ain't reporting right. But you got to know, and I did a video on that, the playbook on charge-offs. I gave y'all the playbook. Now we're going to see if people going to follow through with it. I gave you the playbook on how you can take that leverage and the advantage away from the creditor and stick it in your hand. But check out that video. I'm going to post that video up on here. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for listening to me ramble for however long I've been rambling. But I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all very much. Don't be talking about my Texans, even though they ain't won but 2 games. I still like my Texans. They still on point. They scrappy. That's what I like about them. They don't give up. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. Like and subscribe to the channel. Happy New Year. This year is about taking control of our credit. And I'm out.